Okay, you're building a travel network marketing business online and maybe you're struggling to do the numbers that you hoped you would do, maybe because travel is kind of up and down at the moment, or even without the difficulties in the economy, you may be like, well, I'd still like to maximize my sales and recruiting, Richard. Give me some ideas on how I can do that. I can tell you how to do that because I built a massive team in a travel network marketing company previously, so I'll just tell you what worked for me, right? So number one, you want to be very specific with your approach. I talk about specificity all the time and I can't repeat this enough. When I move from the message of we guarantee that we can save anybody money on their travel to, hey, are you a father that wants to take your children around the world and educate them on different cultures, different people, create lifelong memories for your family, but do that on a smaller price? Then we specialize in that. So which message is more appealing? The second one, right, is I was getting nobody with the first message because everybody hears that all the time. We can save you money on travel. Travel will save you money. Every travel company says that. So we believe nobody because everybody must be lying but one company, right? We don't know which one that is. So everybody ignores that type of messaging. But when you come across and you're like, hey, if you're this type of person with this type of need, I can help you, then now they feel like, oh, my ears prick up, right? I want to pay attention to that. So specificity is definitely your friend. There is so many people wanting to travel. You don't have to think, oh, I'm restricting myself to fathers. My goodness, how many fathers want to take their kids around the world and create memories? Like, how many people are fathers? Like what, 1 in 2 people, 1 in 3 people? There's like 7 billion of us on the planet. So there's billions of people literally that want to do that. Would 2 billion people in your team be enough to hit the next rank? I think it would be. So the problem isn't the size of the market. The problem is the size of the market share that you have because your marketing isn't specific enough. So that's number one, be specific. Number two, be aspirational. Talk about what your company does, what it creates in terms of emotion, in terms of life, not what it is. Like travel is a very personal thing. It's a very experiential product. It's a service-based product, right? So there's no point in trying to say, we on average save 4% of, this, we have this point structure, we have that. It's boring. Nobody really cares about that. No one's really interested in that. Honestly, are they really? When somebody said, I want the cheapest possible deal, what they really want is the best value, the most quality. And that moves me on to point number 3. I'll come back to point number 2 in a second, but segues into point number 3 nicely. Talk about value over cost. A lot of network marketers charge more for their products. Travel is definitely one of them. So if you know that when someone is going to compare prices, they're going to find that they're paying more with you, well, you should feel justified in that because of the quality of the product. So in the company that I was a part of, yes, they could save money, but sometimes they didn't really save that much. So what I would emphasize was, you know what? Here's some examples of trips and what's included as standard. Now compare that against the other travel that you'll have. So for example, I've got personal experience of this. I went to Singapore with my wife and daughter. We stayed at the Marina Bay Sands. Now, Singapore, beautiful country, amazing people, but when you're traveling to Asia for the first time, you're like, is the culture different? I don't want to make any, I don't want to get lost in the place. It's a very hot country. You don't be walking around outside the airport, not knowing what you're doing. So we got private transfers were there, arranged by the travel company to pick us up from the airport, take us straight. We got the best hotel, Marina Bay Sands. We stayed there. Once we were there, we had a guide. This guide was with us whenever we wanted him to take us around Singapore, and went to Bali and back to Singapore. We went all over the place. So we had a personal guide that took us and we ate with the locals. So, we went and ate with local people in local restaurants because we had the guide that spoke the language. That was part of the package. So how many people would pay a little bit more to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to Singapore, but because I booked with this company, it's the best hotel, there's no worries, there's no stress, we actually get to see the locals, we have no language barrier, and I feel safe and confident bringing my family along, that I'm not going to come unstuck anywhere. How much extra would somebody pay for that? Significantly. So if they go on Expedia or wherever and they say, oh, I found it's $200 more with you, that pales into insignificance, and you say, yeah, but Do you get private transfers with Expedia? No. Do you get a guide with Expedia? No. Do you get guaranteed the best hotel? No. Do you get guaranteed an in-hotel specialist who's there whenever you want them? Do you get vouchers to go on this excursion? You suddenly start building the value as opposed to the price, and now the price becomes not even an objection at all. The problem that you've got, a lot of you, is you're building on price. Your company's found 2 different deals that are much cheaper than the rest, and now that's all you bang on about. And they're like, well, can I take a look? Can I price compare? You're like, no. You just said that price comparison is the biggest selling point. Well, it isn't really. Well, what is it, the biggest selling point then? Now you've confused them, right? So talk about value. And I was going on the second point, right? Let's revisit that quickly. Aspirational. One of the biggest things you can do is paint a lifestyle picture. So one of the biggest goals for me when I first became a father was, as soon as my daughter was sort of 3-4 years old, she's old enough to know what's going on, let's go to Disney. Proper Disney, as we call it in the UK, the one in Florida, right? So I want to take my daughter to Disney while she's still, believing in all that kind of thing. And I want to show her the magic of Disney and create that memory. Because that's something you can't have taken away from you. The look on her face when we drove through the gates of Disney, I've got a video of that. I always remember that. It's always stuck with me. I always get emotional every time I see that video. That was worth the effort. That was worth it. Now, how many people would I inspire to reach out to me by showing them that, as opposed to running through feature after feature after feature? We have this booking engine, we have that feature, we have this, we have that, we have that. On average, you'll save 7%. No one cares about that junk. But if I could say, would you like to put this look and feel this pride on your daughter's face because this travel company makes it a reality, watch this next 10 seconds. And all the parents look at my daughter and go, oh man, I really wish I could do that for mine. If they're serious, they'll reach out, because I showed them aspirational content. Even before I was there, I would paint that picture. Imagine if you could do this with your kid, because I was chasing that too. So being aspirational as opposed to being feature-based really will help you sell more of your travel membership, help you recruit more people. As we're looking at the value, and I gave you another point at the beginning as well, really diving into those 3 areas will really help you, as it did for me. I built a massive team inside that company, a high-performing team, and I traveled around the world. Because I was sponsoring so many people, we got big deals on travel, so it fed into our lifestyle as well. So hopefully that's helped you if you're in a travel network marketing company, or you know someone who's in a travel network marketing company, or you have a team. Share this with them. I'm sure it will be helpful for them. I hope it was useful. If you'd like to dive deeper into my training, if you'd like some more tips and tactics how to build your network marketing business better, you can do that at www.authoritynetworker.com/webinar. You can definitely apply that to a travel network company. A lot of those tactics were developed while I was in that company, so it definitely applies. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. And if you're a subscriber, I'll see you on the next one. Have a fantastic day, and bye for now.